The first green flag of 2017 getting ready to wave. Your judge, jury, and executioner, Keith Parker, with the green flag in his hand, the man with the plan. And the scores in the tower, Robinson Hood, Caleb Page ready to rock. RaceOnTexas.com on demand here at Boothill, getting underway with the reigning Southern United Professional Racing Series late model champion, B.J. Robinson, off of 2, already with a half a straightaway advantage as we go green here at Pro Mod Heat Race number 1, the first race of the 2017 season here at the legendary quarter-mile dirt oval located here in Greenwood. These tires don't have any grooves. Lights are back out. We're going back green here with Mark Barnes, the Benton, Louisiana racer, on the point. Leading Pro Mod Heat Race number 1 down the stripe. Barnes continues to lead with 4 in and 4 in the books. Or 4 to go here as Barnes already approaching turn number 3. The rest of his competitors with Randy Darling riding second, getting loose there with Gene Gibson in tow. They're door-to-door momentarily. As 3 to go for Mark Barnes, who may lap this field here tonight in heat race number 1. Gene Gibson going to loop the number 95 as the white flag was going to be displayed for your race leader, the 60 of Mark Barnes. I'll have to re-rack and stack them. Barnes is separating himself in this first Pro Mod heat of the night, this time by So this time it'll be the white flag out for the driver of the Yorwick Construction and sponsor number 60 Pro Mod, Mark Barnes from Benton, Louisiana. He rolls off at turn number 4 and receives a face full of white flag and the white number 60. And the Robert McKenzie Motorsports entry, he's in the middle of turns 1 and 2. That car is hooked up and digging good tonight. Randy Darling still occupies the second spot, a straightaway behind in 33. Gene Gibson rides third. And off of turn number 4, the first heat race winner of the 2017 season here at Boothill Speedway goes to Mark Barnes from Benton in 60. Lights are out, we're ready to go. On the loud pedals, your pole sitter in this one, Robert Graham in the Seegers Roofing number 22 Hitman designed entry as he heads off into 1. Cameron Pate got in there a little hot and heavy. Beasley had to overcorrect the number 16 machine. He still holds on to the third spot as we're headed down the back straightaway approaching turn number 3. Off of 4, leading the first circuit tonight, the number 22. Goodness gracious, Randy Darling. Randy Darling decides he's going to exit the racetrack from the tech area as they're door-to-door momentarily for the second spot. Good thing his car didn't stall out. Into 3. Beasley working all over Cameron Pate here for the second position. Not able to get the job done. Pate still sidestepping him down the front straightaway by a car length into 1. He rolls the hub. The 16 of Beasley rolling right to the center. He slides up to the high side off the exit of 2. These guys are really trying to learn this new service of Boothill, but no trouble up front for the Marshall Texan. Robert Graham is looking pretty good tonight. 4 in, 4 laps to go this next time by. Looking to find who's going to sit on the outside pole alongside the Benton, Louisiana racer Mark Barnes here in Pro Mod Heat Race number 2 is just getting by the lap traffic unscathed. The Seegers Roofing 22 of Robert Graham, who's going to come by this time by and see 3 to go as Beasley, the battle for second, is heating up. The battle for second's a good one as Beasley going to take advantage off the bobble by the 29C of Cameron Pate. Pate going to try to battle back to the bottom of the inside of 1 and 2. Can't get the job done. Approaching lap traffic here is Beasley in 16 who rides second. He'll go to the outside. Look out. Lap traffic by the 94 has switched more lanes and LeBron James throws the lane. Off before the white flag coming out this time by for the 22 of Robert Graham. This time, off of turn number 4, the checkers are coming out. The driver to the Seegers Roofing number 22 for the Marshall Texan, Robert Graham, fist pumping at the line. He wins heat race number 2. He'll be on the outside pole alongside Mark Barnes. I believe the fastest car in this race, just wasn't able to get the job done. The 16 of Jason Beasley will grab second. Cameron Pate rides home third, the Heflin, Louisiana racer. 2, 4, 6, 8 cars going 8 laps the distance in your first factory stock heat race of the night, presented by Ingalls Racing Performance. Off of 4, Green coming out this time by from Keith Parker. They're already 3 wide down the front straightaway, some contact. Tracy Harris not getting on the loud pedal. Like I said, I think a lot of these racers are trying to figure out their racetrack and look out. They're hard into the wall off the exit of turn number 2. Tracy Harris riding the wall like Shaun White. Well, that didn't go over so well. The 58 of Thomas Turner trying to fit the gap there just wasn't able to get the car squeezed in there. I'm telling you, trying to go 4 wide off the exit of turn number 2 here at Boothill can get treacherous at times. And, well, that was one of those times where the real estate had already been bought. You can't put your house there. The 58 said, I'm buying it. And, well, I don't know how long that's going to be smoothed over. But the 18H of Tracy Harris grinding the back straightaway wall. Happy birthday to Jimmy Boyd. And getting word, happy late birthday to Jimmy Boyd as we got him re-racked and stacked here. It should be an original restart. And it's going to be Jacob Wilburn alongside Morgansport, Louisiana's B.J. Cook in the Barton Glass Cook and Board 843J. And Wilburn gets a good shot from the pole position here as he heads off into 1. Rodney Howell from Pineville going to sidestep to the inside of the 43J of Cook. Can't get the job done just yet. They're even away down the back straightaway. For second into turn number 3. A little bit of a door bang in there. A little bump and a little rub. Here comes the Pineville racer, Rodney Howell, to the point, sliding right up in front of the 66 of Wilburn for the top spot. He's got the race lead into the 3. That is definitely the best handling car on the racetrack right now. He has showed himself as our 3 wide for second off the exit of turn number 4. Here comes Andrew Hartsoe, the Burton Oil and Gas 7A machine. Andrew looking awfully sporty tonight, all the way from the tail, and he's going to take over to the 3rd spot. Well, nearly. They're 3 different lanes wide for the 2nd spot. B.J. Cook making that 43J wider than a triple wide trailer right now. It gets a little bit of a shot in the shorts there from the 7A of Hartsoe. Off the exit of turn number 4, Wilburn will reclaim the 2nd spot down the front straightaway. 4 in, 4 laps to go next time by. 4 in as Rodney Howell, when he crosses the stripe this time, will have 4 more circuits remaining as the Pineville, Louisiana hot shoe is getting away in this one. Down the front boulevard we go. Jacob Wilburn holding on to a respectable second over the 43J of B.J. Cook. As here comes Hartsoe rolling the bottom of the hub off the exit of turn number 2, even the way for 3rd down the back chute. Hartsoe going to fit it to the inside. The top 3 go to the A, and Hartsoe just took over the 3rd and final transfer spot from B.J. Cook. And Hartso wants more. That young man has gotten better and better each and every time he sits behind the wheel of a race car. Young man been racing since he was 13 years old. And he's going to slide up in front for the second spot. He's got it. Off of turn number 4 with 2 laps to go. The 7A from worst to second. What a run for him. Passing points, if it were the system tonight, he'd be sitting pretty. But right now he's looking to have an outside row number 2 starting spot of the A main event if he can hold on here. Final time, the white flag out for Rodney Howell from Pineville, Louisiana. A pair of Louisiana racers won 1-2, followed by the Texan who rides in the third and final transfer spot, being pressured by the 43J of Morningsport, Louisiana's BJ Cook. Eason back in the 5th spot. Off of 4, receiving a face full of checkered flag, will be your pole sitter for tonight's 1,000-win factory stock main event. Pineville, Louisiana's Rodney Howell, your winner. Over the 7A of Andrew Hartso Jr. to the Burton Oil and Gas 7A. And third goes to the 66 for the third and final transfer spot of Jacob Wilburn. 11R of Rance Prince. He'll make you dance. Rance out of Sibley, Louisiana, the son of the former Super Late Model Ace Jody Prince. Fourth row to the inside, Princeton, Louisiana's Paul Lopez. In the 5, outside's Mike Lavisser out of Montgomery, Louisiana, Josh Martin. In the 88M, and Michael Bubba Young Gun McEachern starting at the tail. We go green. McEachern trying to fit it and go 3 wide back here for the 4th and 5th spots respectively, and he'll fit it to the inside. What a move for McEachern, getting the Walmart special. Bubba McEachern, the hero in the 0, already from worst to 4th and sparking and arcing through the center of turns 3 and 4. But nonetheless, car's working good, and David Roy losing the handle. Not sure if he and the 45 of Ford made contact there, but I saw some sparks underneath the 45 for Jason Ford as well on his Outlaw chassis. Look out. Oh, man, that's going to get ugly. Breaking the right rear off the 5 of the Princeton racer, Paul Lopez. Axle and all. Oh, boy. Off the exit of turn number 4, Rance Prince leading lap number 3 here tonight into 1. David Roy out of Shreveport still rides second. A great door-to-door battle for the 3rd spot for the 3rd and final transfer spot. It's up for grabs right now, and here comes the 88 knocking on the back door like a trick-or-treater with a sweet tooth. Into turn number 3, it's young gun Bubba McEachern, who has a heavy sparking issue on the left rear of the 0. McEachern as they go 3 wide for the 3rd and final transfer spot. Josh Martin in the 88M now door-to-door here as McEachern still door-to-door with the 24 to the Bossier City, Louisiana racer Bo Perry. Trying to hunt down David Roy. McEachern doing a fine job holding on to it here as he is sparking and arcing all around the Boothill Speedway right now, and he just evened the way for the 2nd spot with David Roy out of Shreveport. Giving Roy a little bit of room, showing him some respect. He'll dive it to the bottom of the turn 3 and 4 and throw the slide job on Roy for the 2nd spot. What a move by the young gun from worst to second now. Now Roy rides in the 3rd and final transfer spot as Josh Martin and Bo Perry giving each other hell here for 4th. Martin slides right up in front and they make contact, and here comes Montgomery, Louisiana's Mike Lavisser in the 0. You could throw a blanket right now over 3rd through 6th. What a race. 2 to go for Rance Prince. He'll make you dance. He's out front all alone by himself. Boot scooting here tonight. Door-to-door for the 3rd and final transfer spot. David Roy may have trouble. He does have trouble. David Roy putting his left hand out the window and showing caution to the wind. I'm done in this one, unfortunately, for David Roy. The bad luck biscuit strikes here at the tail end of this factory stock heat race number 2 presented by RaceOnTexas.com. Back into turn number 1. McEachern, what a run for him tonight as that car sparked the entire race, but he's been able to work his way up to the 2nd spot respectively as your winner from Sibley, Louisiana goes to Rance Prince in the 11R. 2nd goes the young gun Bubba McEachern. 3rd goes to Josh Martin in the 88M. Arclotex champion, the former Louisiana State dirt track champ, outside of row number 2. Inside of 3, the 6-time Cajun Classic champion. Won last Saturday night, $2,500, but he donated every single penny to the Parker Lee Project. It'll be Justin Whitehead from Hooks. Justin Whitehead, a 3-time Louisiana State dirt track championship winner. Steve Turnage in car number 25 from Houghton, Louisiana there. Another 25. The 68 is the fast coon-ass James Martin. He's the 2014 track champion here. They're door-to-door for the race lead. Case going to throw the slider. The C7 goes in front of the B7 here as Sean Graham back to the third and final transfer spot here in the first circuit. Little John Tuggle hugging the hub off of 4. Blanchard got loose. Tuggle goes to the third and final transfer spot down the back straightaway. Turnage, they're 3 different lanes wide here for the 4th spot. Oh, a little bit of contact. Bobby Jordan in the 10. The Texarkana police chief. As Whitehead back here lurking in the 6th spot right now, trying to make some gains, but not able to do so here early in the going. Graham, door-to-door with little John Tuggle, and he just threw a haymaker in the 3 and 4, and Tuggle gave him a lot of respect and some room, and he may not do that again next time. They never touched, though, but Sean Graham trying to get the feel of the pretty wheel. That Triple X machine he's in the 9 has never driven this car, and here comes Whitehead, the 6-time Cajun Classic champion and the winner of last weekend's Battle Royale at Ennis, Texas at the 85 Speedway, and $2,500 winner. Sorry, that's Steve Turnage in the 25. Oh, one gets turned getting into Whitehead down the front straightaway. Bobby Jordan and Sean Graham get together, nearly turned Whitehead, and no harm, no foul. We stay clean and green, but Bobby Jordan enters the racetrack, makes contact with Tuggle. Goodness gracious, Vic Case is out front sipping some tea, just enjoying himself. As Steve Turnage has gone to second in the 25, and Whitehead has problems. He has a right rear flat tire on the 36J. Justin Whitehead with a right rear flat on the 36J. He'll expire it, and wouldn't count him out, though. It's still early tonight. This time it'll be 2 laps to go for Vic Case at the flag stand, driving the DuPont Racing Shocks C7 machine. Steve Turnage from Haughton, Louisiana, rides second. Great battle for the third and final transfer spot, the 2014 track champion. And the driver who won a limited modified main event here last season, as well as a factory stock main event. That was when he was his IRP factory stock when he traded with TJ Evans. Sean Graham has his hands full right now with the station wagon with 1 to go. Graham trying to do everything he can to hold on to the third and final transfer spot. He got a little loose there on the 1 and 2 in the 68 of Martin will power by. Here comes Texarkana's Bobby Jordan to the inside. Graham may fade to 5th before it's all said and done. Coming to the checkers as your winner goes to Vic Case. Vic Case, your winner in C7. Steve Turnage grabs 2nd. Coming to the line, James Martin will grab 3rd. The Wascom Texan and shoot. Your pole sitter on this one. He'll be the driver of the 7S, the Henry's Auto Salvage 7S, the Cortland Smith. Outside Tyler Browning in the 2B. Inside Josh Daugherty in the 34. Outside Dustin Hampton in 2M out of Marshall. Ricky Sessions in car number 7. He's out of Argyle, Texas. They're 3 wide for 2nd into 1 and 2. Pushing up out of the groove is Tyler Browning. He'll fade from 2nd to the tail in 1 corner here at Boot Hill. But here comes the Argyle Texan, Ricky Sessions. And Jody Pritz going 3 wide back here for 5th. Smooth Waters, Austin Waters, and that Outlaw Chassis, Best in Your Power, Pro 1 Transmissions, 32A, the Arcotech Spay and Neuter Clinic sponsored entry. He's working the hub. He was door-to-door with Justin Whitehead in Ennis last weekend for the first 7 or 8 laps where he broke an A-frame in the main event. That young man has really stepped his game up and come a long way. Learning from one of the best in the business. They're door-to-door. They're 4 wide off the exit of turn number 4. Goodness. The winningest factory stock driver from a season ago, the 5-time Arcotech track champion, Doug Vick Jr. Now to the inside as Jody Prince has worked his way to 2nd, knocking on the back door for the race lead. He'll go to the outside of the Boothill Speedway and go door-to-door with the 7 of Sessions. Not for long, though. Hello, Ricky Sessions. Bye-bye, Ricky Sessions. Jody Prince had time to take the hand off the steering wheel and away. Bye-bye. He has already got a 6-car length advantage off the exit of turn number 2, and that laser race car chassis is hooked up tonight here at Boot Hill. Jody Prince, a 9-time super late model winner in his career. He won 2 here at Boot Hill in his heyday back in 03 and in 2005. As down the front straightaway, the 2nd spot. And that Red Bone Bodies BMF chassis number 7. Once again out of Argyle, Texas, is Ricky Sessions. Sessions was leading the heat race last weekend at 85 Speedway in Ennis for braking on the final lap and was not able to transfer to the main event. Right now, he's got his hands full with the 32A of Austin Smooth Waters out of Hooks, Texas, or Redwater, Texas, rather than the 4, Doug Vick Jr., last year's winningest driver here at Boot Hill. As they're door-to-door for the 3rd and final transfer spot, Jody Prince is just out front killing the competition right now as he sees 2 to go. All eyes on 2nd, 3rd, 4th spots, respectively, down the front straightaway. Here in Louisiana Power Sports and RV Heat Race number 4 of the night for the factory stocks. 1,000 win hanging in the balance. They're door-to-door for 2nd, down the back straightaway. A whole straightaway behind Jody Prince. He's out front annihilating his competition right now. Smooth Waters going to throw the slide job for 2nd. He's got it. Off of 4, Smooth Waters grabs 2nd to the flag stand. As Sessions now holds on the 3rd, but Vick Jr. all over him for the final time down the back straightaway. Vic Jr. knows he's got to get inside of that top 3 to not come through a B main tonight. As grabbing that third and final transfer spot will go to Sessions. Also, Smooth Waters will grab the second spot. Your winner goes to the 10P of Jody Prince. Outside, it'll be Justin Whitehead, who had bad luck in the factory stock, the 6-time Cajun Classic winner in the 36, and racing Jason Ingalls. Ingalls in the RaceOnTexas.com E-Texas equipment number 12, the owner and builder of IRP race cars. He's got a PTS power plant underneath the hood built by John McLemore. Right now in the turn number 3, look out, contact for the race lead. The 99 of Mark Underwood Jr. got in there hot and heavy, made some contact with the Benton Bullet. Josh Bockham for the race lead. In the turn number 1, Bockham rolling the hub here through 1 and 2. Boy, this racetrack is hooked up and fast tonight. Whitehead and Ingalls door-to-door now. Down the back straightaway for the 4th and 5th spot, respectively. Ingalls has got it. Jason Ingalls, your reigning Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship winner, made a final turn pass on John O. Whittington to win last year's Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship in an absolute thriller. Through 3 and 4, the 75 coming to a slow halt at the top of 3 and 4, and that'll bring out the caution. A roast beef po' boy, holla at me if you hear me. As we're backing away here in limited modified heat race number 1 of the night, and R.C. Hagan got in there hot and heavy, and Whitehead had to evade him. Whitehead went to the top side of 1 and 2 here at Boothill, and racing Jason Ingalls tried to sidestep it, and he did. And they're for the race lead through 3 and 4. Underwood to the inside of Bockham for the race lead. Ruston, Louisiana versus Benton, Louisiana right now on the 1 and 2, and Ruston going to get the better of the Benton Bullet. Josh Bockham, Mark Underwood Jr., a 2-time winner at Boothill in 2016, goes on the race lead here, midpoint in this one. It'll be 4 in, 4 to go this time by in this 8-lap affair as Mark Underwood Jr. has rolled to the race lead on that Team Loud Pedal Motorsports IRP chassis. Boy, you've got some good shoes here tonight. It's quality over quantity night here at Boothill. The 6-time Cajun Classic winner going door-to-door with the reigning Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship winner, racing Jason Ingalls. Back for the 5th spot. Ingalls got a big run on R.C. Hagan, gave him a little of a bump down the front straightaway. Hagan and Ingalls door-to-door. They're 3 wide off the exit of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, Whitehead. He is not scared to fit it. Driving his Uncle Brian Muir's IRP chassis number 36 tonight. Through 3 and off of 4. Whitehead now disposing of the 78 of R.C. Hagan, who fades back to the 5th spot, as Ingalls is now to 3rd. Whitehead with the crosshairs dialed to the back deck lid of the 12 of racing Jason Ingalls, who still rides 3rd into turn number 3, trying to hunt down your top 2, but the sand of the hourglass is ticked away for him. As Mark Underwood Jr. only has a quarter-mile circuit to go here at Boothill to go to victory lane and be on the pole of your limited modified main event tonight, but he may have problems. I believe Underwood has problems. He may not see the checkered in this one. He's able to hold on, but that car wasn't rotating through the corner down there like it did the first half of this race. He'll be able to hold on. Mark Underwood Jr., limited modified heat race number 1 winner. With a shoulders power plant underneath the hood for Denny Gabar from Frankston, Texas. He's also a former Texas Motor Speedway World Dirt Track Championship winner. It's quality over quantity night here at Boothill. 6 cars, 8 laps of distance with a Marshall missile ready to put his foot through the floorboard, and he does. Grigsby leads the herd into 1 and 2, looking to sit on the outside pole tonight alongside Mark Underwood Jr. to the 99. Those 2 last season were the 2 winningest limited modified drivers at this speedway. Through 3 and 4, and R&R Timber limited modified heat race number 2 down the front boulevard. The battle for second is heating up sharply. Door-to-door with the 89 of Kelly Williams. Williams gets sidestepped. Jesse goes to 2nd. Down the back straightaway comes the 1996 Super Champion of Ricky Ingalls. Ingalls, and Williams trying to avoid getting into the tail of the 81 of Ingalls there. Loop the car. We stay clean and green, no harm, no foul. As the missile from Marshall, Derek Grigsby, is rolling right around the hub of the Boothill Speedway tonight. That car is glued and just rotating right to the center of the corner. And down the front straightaway, a nice new wrap for Grigsby here in 2017. As Superior Graphics and Eric Scott do a fine job. And right now, the cream is rising to the top as Denny Gabar has driven his way up to 3rd in the Copeland Motorsports number 8 car. The IRP number 81 of Ingalls now to 2nd. 4 and 4 to go for the Marshall missile, Derek Grigsby. Derek Grigsby, a driver who's not raced yet this season, and he is hungry to get back here to victory lane, wants to open up 2017 in a big way. He'll have to take it away from Mark Underwood Jr. And like I said, quality field tonight. We'll see racing Jason Ingalls, Justin Whitehead all on the A main. Whoever wins this one tonight is going to have to earn it. But they're door-to-door for the second spot through 3 and 4 as Grigsby sees 2 laps to go. Sliding up in front for the second spot goes Denny G. Denny G, IRB, running 1, 2, 3 right now. Grigsby just had to get way on the binders. Thought the lap traffic was about to come down on his line as Gabar was reeling him in, but the center of the hourglass, as I say, is ticked away as Jared Graves gets disposed of by the missile from Marshall Grigsby here on the final circuit. They're not going to catch 69 tonight. He's got 69 reasons to go to victory lane as he approaches turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. Been racing here since 2003 when he was a rookie off the 4. A face full of checkered flag goes to the raceontexas.com PTS Power JCT Auto Sales right on rear ends. Number 69, the Marshall missile, Derek Grigsby, your winner of R&R. Several winners last season at Victory Lane said they had about 650. One driver said he had 750 total in the car. Main thing is just getting a roll cage put in them. If you have any questions, we can point you in the right direction as we go green here in your 4-cylinder heat race of the night with Miss Triple X, Brittany Shireen. Won the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship here last September. Leads down the back straightaway over Eric Strange. Brittany Shireen comfortably holding on to the top spot here is Eric Strange holding on to second in the 20S. It's 2 to go for Brittany Shireen off the exit of turn number 2. Headed down the back chute. Keith Parker waves the white flag. Final time around this quarter-mile dirt oval here in Greenwood for Brittany Shireen of the Triple X. Supporting sponsors from WW Timber and Hitman Designs here for 2017. Through turn number 3. Off the exit of turn number 4, your winner of heat race the only 4-cylinder heat race tonight goes to Brittany Shireen of the Triple X Rocket. Turning them loose off of 4. We are underway in your first Oval 1 Mod heat race of the night. Powers got a little squirrely in the 1. Opens up the door for Hennigan to the inside for second. Hennigan going to the inside. Powers going to have nothing of it down the back straightaway. Donnie Powers going to hold on to the second spot over 16 of Chris Hennigan. Through 3 and off of 4. Another bubble by the 6 of Powers. 2 to go here for Rollo as Donnie Powers got loose there off the exit of turn number 2 once again. The 16 of Hennigan trying to work over the 10 for the third spot down the back straightaway. As this time by, it'll be the white flag coming out for Ronald Rollo Pilkington. Making my way back up. Checkers coming out for the driver of the Rollo's Luminato season. So Caleb Dillard and his Hughes chassis exits the front straightaway here as we get ready to go in Open 1 Modified Heat Race number 2. It's Brett the Jet and Racing Jason to set the pace. We're underway. Ingles is going to go high slide hustling through 1 and 2 for the first time and gets disposed of by 2 of them. Jody Davidson goes by. He's doing it over a second. They're trying to go 3 different lanes wide for the race lead to 3 and 4. The Jet rolling right to the center part of the Boothill Speedway. His home track has been for many years as the Cleveland Texan Tim Boudreau trying to work on him for the race lead. And here comes Jody D. A little loose off the exit. They're 3 wide for the race lead down the back straightaway momentarily. Here comes Boudreau. Well, this racetrack is really widening out, trying to build a cushion up there in 3 and 4. As Brett Frazier likes the top side of Boot Hill, he always has, but one of the most bad luck-stricken drivers, I promise you. Jody Davidson's liking the feel of his new Ingles racing performance, number 90 tonight. He is up to second, working on the race lead. Those war shocks digging the sheet metal, hanging off the side, and Jody Davidson going to go to the race lead off the exit of turn number 2 down the back straightaway and split a car length between him and second on the Jet Brett Frazier. Brett Frazier not going to budge off the top side. He's going to live or die by it tonight. Down the front straightaway, Boudreau now pressuring the Jet for the second spot. Can't get the job done. Ingles back to 4th. Boudreau to the inside. He'll grab second. That Marshall Mobile Homes MB Custom PTS Power number 51 fading here late in the going as we only have just a few to go on this one as Jody Davidson is walking the dog on his competition and the Jet putting it high side hustling there in the 1 and 2 once again, trying to reel in the 7 of Boudreau. Just can't get the job done. He'll go to the bottom in the 3 and 4, followed by the 12 of Jason Ingles. Your top 4 separated themselves in this one. Jody Davidson is separating himself over the entire field. He's got a half a straightaway advantage over Tim Boudreau. He didn't come all the way from West Monroe to finish second tonight. White flag out for Jody D. Taking a stab on the second spot, the Jet Brett Frazier took a peek to the inside, sidestepping in those the 7 of the Cleveland, Texas racer, Tim Boudreau. Can't get the job done for Jet Frazier, and your winner goes to the number 90 of Jody Davidson. Checkered flag. You never know what's going to happen here at the dirt track on a beautiful dirt track Saturday night. So once again, it'll be the driver of the Cook Embroidery Barton Glass 43J Adam Mooring Sport. A BJ Cook will put his foot through the floorboard. We're underway here at B Main number 1 for the factory stocks. Only the top 4 go to the A-Main tonight. Sean Graham on the bubble. 1 spot out looking in. Little John Tuggle takes a peek to the inside of him. A bobble off the exit of turn number 2 by Cody Tupper, the former Louisiana State Dirt Track champion. And the Triple X will try to take advantage and go to the inside of him for the 4th and final transfer spot. As they're door-to-door. Tupper got a big run off the exit of turn number 4 and peeks to the inside of the 59 of Easton for the 3rd spot. Can't get the job done. They're still door-to-door. Here comes Tupper. Tupper to the inside. He'll sidestep the 59 of Easton. He'll go to 3rd down the back straightaway. Easton now on the 4th and final transfer spot. Graham and Tuggle door-to-door back here. And they're 3 wide. Justin Whitehead threading the needle, fitting the gap. Whitehead only has 1 more spot to get inside of the show right now. And Tuggle and Graham just said, oh boy. And here comes Whitehead knocking to the inside of the 59. And he's got it. Justin Whitehead already inside of the 4th. Or inside of the top 4. He's in the 4th and final transfer spot with Easton, and Tuggle just lost the handle and collects the J27 of Case. Only 3 laps scored, not 4. Sorry about that, folks. 3 scored, and 7 remain here at Boot Hill. In factory stock B Main number 1, the lights are back out, and we are underway. Good restart by Justin Whitehead. He'll fight to the inside of Bobby Jordan on the low side around the hub of Boot Hill, and he'll go to 2nd here as that car is digging. Whitehead may just win this race and have the race lead by the time they get into turn number 3. He's for the race lead through 3 and 4. BJ Cook trying to hold off Justin Whitehead. How long can he do it? Whitehead will lead this lap on the restart. Whitehead from worst to first, and only 4 laps here at Boot Hill. Whitehead, we'll see him later in the limited modified in his Uncle Brian Meburn's IRP chassis, Pro 1 transmission, best engine powered IRP chassis limited. As Whitehead, now your leader. It's 5 in, 5 laps to go. Your top 4 right now on the 4th and final transfer spot is the 10 of Jordan. And here comes Little John. Little John Tuggle. Already were. Oh, and he gets contact from the J27 of Scotty Case. Case got into him and knocked him around. The caution's going to come out anyway. And Cody Tupper has a lot of sparks coming out of the 23, and you see smoke there as well. The Little John Tuggle, from my vantage point, the J27 got into him down there, into 1. Tuggle was already driving his way up and looking to get inside of the top 4, was up to 5th, and need 1 more spot. And I think he was hell-bent for the front here and got some assistance and gets turned by Scotty Case here in the 1 and 2. They had just got into it previously as Case tried to avoid the spin by Tuggle. Little John Tuggle has been racing into these factory stock cars for many years. He's still a young man, but he can get the job done. The lights are out. We're back underway here at Boothill with Justin Whitehead, the 6-time Cajun Classic champion, at the point leading the way. Getting wild back here for transfer. It's Bobby Jordan in the 4th and final transfer spot, looking to get sidestepped by the J27 of Scotty Case. Here comes Eason to the inside of Sean Graham. Graham had to get on the binders there to allow Eason to go by, or he would have stuffed himself into the wall. Through 3 and 4. Jordan in the 43J are making heavy contact off of 4. And BJ Cook's having nothing of it. He's about to drive Jordan into the wall head on. BJ Cook, though, getting the short end of the stick after all. And the caution's going to come back out. And the 43 getting into the police chief. And Bobby can't get on and arrest him himself, so. Oh, boy. The top 5 finisher in the last TMS World Dirt Track Championship, Bobby Jordan. The frustration meter got pegged out for the driver of the 43J at BJ Cook, and said, Bobby, out front, feeling it here at Boot Hill in this B main, all the way from worst to the point with only 6 laps scored, 4 laps remain. Cody Tupper 2nd. Calhoun, Louisiana, Scotty Case, Kerry Eason in 4th, Freddie Blanchard 5th, Sean Graham 6th. The lights are out. We're back underway. Keep your eyes on Little John Tuggle. He got a good restart. Not a good restart for trouble. Eason got a little loose there on the 1 and 2. They're door-to-door here for the 5th spot. 1 spot out looking in to get inside of the show with Little John Tuggle and Uncle Freddie Blanchard. Eason in the 4th and final transfer spot. This time by, it'll be 3 laps to go. 3 to go at the flag stand this time by, and right now Little John Tuggle is working on the 59 of Eason for the 4th and final transfer spot. Tuggle's car is glued right around the hub of Boot Hill into 1 and 2. We'll see where he goes here in the 3 and 4. They'll go to the high side through 3 and 4, right to the center part of the Boothill Speedway. Eason holding on to a pretty wheel here, though, in the 59, doing a fine job with 2 to go. Tuggle's going to have to get up and go now. The center of the hourglass is ticking away for him. Oh, and a break by the Calhoun racer, Scotty Case, puts Little John Tuggle inside of the top 4. And if he can hold on, he'll go to the A-main. Sean Graham is off the pace as well. He will not go to the A-main tonight, unfortunately for him. Off of 4, the white flag has been displayed for your race leader, the 6-time Cajun Classic champion, Justin Whitehead, with Cody Tupper in tow, a half a straightaway behind. 3rd's the 59 of Eason, 4th is Little John Tuggle. Bobby Jordan going to make a pass on Uncle Freddie Blanchard to go to 5th, but it's not going to pay dividends for him. For the final time, off of 4, your winner, Justin Whitehead. 2nd, go to the 23 of Cody Tupper. 3rd to the 59 of Kerry Eason, and 4th goes to the 175 of Little John Tuggle. Daniel Stewart, first ever time behind the wheel tonight. Outside the 2B of Tyler Browning and the 5 of Paul Lopez. We go green at factory stock B main number 2 of the night. Yeah, he's not there either. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. And factory stock B main number 2, leading lap number 1 goes to the 4 car of Doug Vic Jr. Vic Jr. leads the way as they head off into 1. Bo Perry fighting off a charge from the 0 of Mike Lavisphere. Talked about it earlier. Lavisphere came over to Ennis last weekend and had a good run. Lavisphere fighting to the inside for the 2nd spot. Can't get the job done, though. The battle for the 4th and final transfer spot is heavy and up for grabs. Jason Ford and a new Outlaw chassis for him. Ooh, and he got in there hot and heavy to the inside of the 2M of Dustin Hampton. These guys can't be riding on their four-wheelers across the racetrack when they're in racing. They can't do that. Vic Jr. continues to lead in the one with about a 6-car length advantage over that great battle for second. They have been door-to-door for the entirety of this one. Mike Lamisphere from Montgomery all over the 24 Laser race car of Bo Perry. Bo Perry knows this racetrack and knows how to get around here. Did not race a factory stock all of the 2016 season. Raced his sister Brandy Perry's limited modified sparingly in 2016, I believe just 2 or 3 times. Great to see Bo Perry. As we're down the back straightaway approaching turn number 3, your top 4 pretty well in hand right now. It's Dustin Hampton knocking on the back door like a trick-or-treater with a sweet tooth for that 4th and final transfer spot, but Jason Ford not giving it up. Denny Gabar back in 6th. If Denny G gets a caution, it's going to play into his favor, as his car really came to life in the final few circuits of the A-Main at Lone Star just a few weeks ago, and he was able to go to Victor Lane. Made a final lap pass on the Wayne Pace and Billy Mazzell to get the job done. And that battle for second's been outstanding in this one, and the battle for the 4th and final transfer spot is heating up. Ford has it right now on the Outlaw chassis, number 45. Dustin Hampton out of Marshall, stalking his tire tracks, just can't able to get the job done. They're reeling back in to give him a battle for it, but he's getting closer and closer each and every lap. Great battle there with the 8 of Denny Gabar onto the 2 as well. Off of 4, it's 2 laps to go for Doug Vick Jr. out of Vivian. Vick Jr. with a straightaway advantage over the 24 of Bo Perry. Perry's still second. Lamisphere still third as they approach lap traffic here into turn number 3. And off of 4 with the white flag in front of the face of your leader. Denny Gabar is coming on late. He's going to maybe dispose. Oh, and Hampton chopped him off and slammed the door shut there at the flag stand. Final time as he comes through turn 3 and off of 4, the 5-time Arklatex Factory Stock Track Champion Doug Vick Jr. goes to Victor Lane and wins B-Main number 2 for the Factory Stocks. Followed by the Laser race car number 24 of Bo Perry out of Bossier City. Mike Lamisphere will go back to Montgomery tonight after having made it to the A-Main. And grabbing the 4th and final transfer spot goes the car number 45. Away from the tail, just won that 2 races ago, is Justin Whitehead. And outside of Whitehead, it'll be the 11S of Houghton racer Jesse Sharpley, R.C. Hagan. 20 laps the distance, race fans. It's Grigsby and Underwood starting it from the front row tonight. We're underway. Headed into 1. Grigsby and Underwood going to go at it here for the top spot at Boot Hill. Underwood gets the advantage from the pole. Down the back straightaway for the first time. Denny G rides back in 3rd. Grigsby's going to go high side hustling through 3 and 4, put that PTS power to the test, and he's going to get a big run off the exit of turn number 4 and pull to the tilt tank of the 99 of Mark Underwood Jr. 99 and 69 going to go at it for the top spot here, and there are 3 wide back there for the 4th spot. Racing Jason Ingalls gets around the 25 of the Bitten Bullet, Josh Bockham. Well, like I said, it is quality over quantity night. Grigsby is trying to get the RPMs wound up in that PTS power plant built by John McLemore. He may know this racetrack better than any of his other competitors. Mark Underwood Jr., no stranger to Victor Lane here in Greenwood, won here 2 times a season ago. Grigsby going to smash it to the outside of the Boothill Speedway and slam the cushion through 3 and off of 4. He's got a big run coming to the line. Grigsby getting closer and closer, inching his way to the race lead. Into 1. Grigsby pushed hard that time, opens the door for Denny G to go by to 2nd. Denny Gabar rolling the hub of the Boothill Speedway right now. Derek is going to live by that outside tonight. He says it's working good here through 3 and 4. Watch this big run. Grigsby's going to get off of 4. They'll power right back to 2nd down the front straightaway and try to pin the 8 to the bottom. And they make a little bit of contact there. Jason Ingalls and Grigsby just made a little bit of slight contact there as Grigsby tried to get down on the line. He knows to go back to the top here in the 3 and 4, but jumps the cushion just ever so slightly there. Opens up the door for Ingalls once again. They're trying to let that PTS power sing once again as they head back off into 1. Grigsby back to the inside of the 8 of Denny G. They're door for 2nd off the exit of turn number 2, headed down the back straightaway. The missile from Marshall and the Frankston, Texas racer Denny Gabar. Oh, and Grigsby hooks the infield berm and comes back out on the racetrack in the 5th spot. Tough break and bad luck for Derek Grigsby as the nose of his number 69 IRP caught the hub of the racetrack and about spinning around like a top. And here comes Ingalls. Ingalls is storming his way to the front. IRP race cars right now run 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on the racetrack. followed by the Dominator chassis of Josh Bockham. Then you find another IRP with the 36 of Justin Whitehead, looking to make it the top 6 all IRPs right now. And here comes Jason to the inside. The 2 winningest drivers at the Lone Star Speedway over in Kilgore, Texas since 2011 are going to go at it. Ingalls with 2 more wins than Gabar has. Alpha 2 down the back straightaway. He has got his sights set on the race lead. And Mark Underwood, you're about to get a flashback of a race that happened here last July. Next time by, it'll be halfway. 10 scored, 10 to go. And here comes Jason Ingalls to the inside for the race lead. Ingalls can't get the job done, though. Mark Underwood feels the pressure now. He's about to turn up the wick. Ingalls says, oh, he'll go to the high side. He'll hustle. 2-3, off of 4. Ingalls all over the tail tank of the 99 of Mark Underwood Jr. He is on the loud pedal. To the inside for the race lead comes racing Jason Ingalls. Ingalls all over the inside of the 99 of Underwood Jr. The Ruston, Louisiana racer to the Longview Texan. He'll slide up in front for the race lead. Ingalls has got it. Off of 4. Jason Ingalls, your new race leader at the line. The owner and builder of Ingalls Racing Performance, the reigning Louisiana State Dirt Track champion, just went to the race lead in 12. Grigsby just wants a caution to get back into the mix. The 81 of Ricky Ingalls is up to 4th, and lap traffic is heavy approaching for the 121 of Jared Graves, who's right in front of your leaders right now. Keith Parker does a fine job of your flagman getting the yellow and blue flag out to show them, hey, the leaders are fastly approaching. Off of 2, down the back chute. Underwood still rides 2nd. In 3rd, it's Denny G. 4th, it's Ricky Ingalls. In 5th, it's the Marshall Missile, Derek Grigsby, who's trying to reel in that top 4. As Denny Gabar trying to take another peek to the inside of the 99 of Mark Underwood Jr. Can't get the job done. Underwood driving a very smart race tonight, trying to keep that car pinned right around the hub of the racetrack. As Ingalls looking good tonight, looking for his 2nd win of 2016. Won the limited modified season opener at the Lone Star Speedway 2 weeks ago. This one may go caution-free tonight. Grigsby's not going to get the caution flag that he was hoping for. After nearly looping the car 8 laps ago, he's been mired back in the 5th spot with a very bad, fast race car tonight. As right now, once again, your top 6 are all IRP chassis. Man, these things have gotten so much faster, just even over the last season. All before. The laps are winding down, and the sand of the hourglass is ticking away. The driver out front right now, next time by, it'll be 2 to go. The driver who won the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship with a final corner pass on John O. Whittington here last September will come and see 2 laps to go in front of his face this time. It's racing Jason Ingalls from Longview, Texas. He'll hike off the exit of turn number 2. Denny Gabar still trying to work over the 99 of Mark Underwood Jr. Not able to get the job done. He'll go to the high side through 3 and 4. Denny G has done everything he can in that Copeland Motorsports Shoulders Racing powered IRP chassis to get around Mark Underwood, but can't get the job done. Final time down the back straightaway for the driver of the East, Texas Equipment, Texas Holland and Reagan, RaceOnTexas.com, IRP chassis, PTS power number 12. Your opening night winner at Boothill in 2017 goes to racing Jason Ingalls. 2nd goes to Mark Underwood Jr. to the 99. 3rd goes to the 8 of Denny Gabar. 4th goes to the 81 of Ricky Ingalls. And 5th goes to the Marshall Missile. He beat me to it. Give it up for him, folks. Racing Jason Ingalls in victory lane. I got locked up back there. We'll get a quick word with Jason here. Well, Jason, 2nd win already in this early part of the 2017 season. Well, how did it feel to be back here at Boothill?
Feels great to be here at Boothill. I love racing here. Love all the fans that come out and support us. Feels great.
That car was outstanding tonight, man. You were able to roll it just right around the hub. Ended up separating yourself by 5 or 6 car lengths coming to the checker. What can you say about this race car tonight?
Race car was good. It's the 2nd night on a new car. We got 2 wins with it, so I can't complain. Yeah, I just got on the. Once I got to the lead, I just tried to get to the bottom and cover up, and not make any mistakes.
Never can feel too comfortable out front though. With Mark behind you, Denny G, Derek Grigsby. You had to be thinking about that in the back of your mind. These guys are trying to make a run on me.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's what you just slow down and cover your line and make sure you don't screw up and don't overdrive and leave an opening for them.
Give you an opportunity to thank everybody who helps you out in your racing program, Jason.
Got East Texas Holland and rigging, IRP race cars, Mr. Plummer, forget them, DK powder coating, East Texas plating, race on Texas, and that's it.
Outstanding run tonight. What do you think about the racetrack, man? That thing was about chest length here on the front straightaway. I used to have to climb up on it, man. This thing's been definitely worked over quite a bit.
Yeah, Tim's definitely doing a great job, and looking forward to Ricky promoting this year. You know, I had this track a couple years, and it's a lot of hard work, but they're doing a great job at it.
Sure are. Congratulations to you tonight, Jason.
Thank you, Zach.
Give it up for it, folks. Racing Jason Ingalls in Victor Lane here at Boot Hill on opening night. I don't think Jeffrey Bechet made it out. Tough break for Jeffrey Bechet, the most dominant Pro Mod racer from a season ago. So the lights are out. We are going green for 20 laps with Mark Barnes on the pole tonight. Here we go. Oh, and kind of a wild start there for Mark. You can throw a blanket right now over your top four cars that's tighter than the top string on a Texas fiddle down the back straightaway for the race lead. Robert Graham with the race lead. Here comes Cameron Pate to the inside of the 60 and Mark Barnes for the second spot. Beasley right there, the outside of him. He'll go to third off the exit of turn number 4. These Hot Pockets are so good I can call a race while eating them. Off the exit of turn number 2, the 60 of Mark Barnes will hold on to second, but right now the Seegers Roofing number 22. As the caution comes out, Robert Graham looking sporty and good tonight up front. Going back green, Robert Graham, your race leader. We're back underway here at Boot Hill. Tough break for Cameron Pate on the restart. Got bottled up there, loses 5 or 6 spots. Wholesale spots. Hey, here comes Jason Beasley for the race lead off the exit of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Barnes is faded back to third, Bubba Vines, and here comes B.J. Robinson side of the top 5. B.J. Robinson. Here comes Beasley for the race lead. To the inside for the race lead, here comes Beasley. Beasley and Graham are going at it, 22 and 16 in the turn number 3. This time by, it'll be 4 laps scored here at Boot Hill, 16 to go. Beasley fading back about 2 car lengths on your race leader of Robert Graham. B.J. Robinson has worked his way all the way from the tail, folks, up to third. You got to have a feeling that he's got the best car on the racetrack. We've seen what his father, Billy Robinson Sr., has been able to do in this machine over the last 3 seasons or so between all the area racetracks. And he's got his son, the reigning Super Late Model champion, B.J. Robinson, behind the wheel tonight. Had a mishap earlier in the heat race, and he is battling back from some adversity as they're approaching lap traffic now. Lap traffic has become a reality. Your race leader will dispose of the 24 of Roy J. off of 4. Beasley gets bottled up by lap traffic. Oh my. And that'll allow the 0-1 to go by. B.J. Robinson now to second. B.J. Robinson down to second now. And approaching more lap traffic. Gene Gibson up ahead in the 95. The exit of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, heading into turn number 3, your race leader from Marshall. Does B.J. Robinson have it in him to run him down and take this lead away after starting 14th here tonight? B.J. Robinson is picking them off 2 at a time, 3 at a time, early in the going in this one, just in the first several laps. The car has definitely came to him here. And he's on the outside in 3 and 4. He's been running the low side in a 1 and 2. And he is making up major, major ground with 10 down, 10 laps to go in your Pro Mod main event. And the caution is out for Jason Beasley in the 16. The lights are out. Can B.J. Robinson reel in Robert Graham and take away the race lead? We're back underway. Hello, Robert Graham. How you doing? B.J. Robinson with a good run off the exit of turn number 2 shows the nose of the 22 of Graham for the race lead. And we got trouble down the back straightaway. One hard of the infield. Oh, no. B.J. Robinson getting ready to go back green here into the second spot. Can he do anything with the Marshall Texan who's led every lap of this race, Robert Graham? Graham's going to put his foot through the floorboard here through the midpoint of 3 and 4, and we're back underway. Can BJ do it tonight? Trying to reel in Graham. Graham has to know he's there. He can hear him behind him. Graham rolling right to the center of the 1 and 2 of the Boothill Speedway. Here comes BJ Robinson to the inside for the race lead. Had to drive down the hill just a little bit there off the exit of turn number 2. We have one around in the middle of 1 and 2. It's the 95 of Gene Gibson. Will he get the car refired? And the answer to that question is no. Chassis PTS power number 12. As it's up to, once again, the Hitman designed Seegers Roofing number 22 of Robert Graham from Marshall, Texas. Is he going to hold off Cameron Pate or B.J. Robinson? We'll see. Lights are back out. Robinson got a great restart. B.J. got a great restart, and the caution is already back out. Robinson elects to take the outside lane. Pate to the inside. Robbie Hickman back there in the 39. Lights are out. We're back underway. Not the best restart for the 22. B.J. Robinson trying to take a stab to the inside of the race lead, and boy, I'm telling you, that 22, he's driven a flawless race tonight. He's had to battle through some cautions, but able to keep that high side momentum, working to his advantage, as you see down the front straightaway, holding on to the top spot by 2 car lengths as they head off into turns 1 and 2. Maybe the smoothest I've seen Robert Graham drive this Pro Mod car, as he is one of the best racers to ever do it here from the Arklatex area, nipping at his heels for this race lead, and boy, he just went way high, wide, and handsome off the exit of turn number 4. Like I said, keeping that momentum wound up underneath that 22. One thing he has, and there's the slip up, and B.J. Robinson's going to go to the race lead. B.J. Robinson all the way from the tail to the race lead, and Robert Graham's going to have to get it high side, hustling once again, and do everything he can to get back around B.J., but boy, it's not easy to pass one of the Robinsons. B.J. Robinson, and around goes Pate. Cameron Pate just lost the handle there in the 1 and 2. And he'll get it refired, no harm, no foul. 14 complete, 6 to go. The Seegers Roofing team cars now run 2 and 3 respectively, with Robbie Hickman in the 3rd spot and car number 39. Darlin back to 4th and 33. Now on the back chute to turn number 3. This time by, it'll be 5 laps to go for B.J. Robinson. Robinson's got that 01 Sunoco Race Fuels Pilot Travel Centers. Billy's AC sponsored 01 glued right around the hub of the Boothill Speedway, a lot like Jason Ingles had his in that limited modified main event. And it's going to be tough to reel him down and dispose of him for this race lead, but Graham is working every lane of this racetrack he can, going high in 1 and 2, and keeping it high side into 3 and 4 as well. But BJ is getting away. Caution is back out. Yeah. B.J. Robinson going to look to hold on for the final 4 laps. Here we go. Oh, the team cars make contact. Robert Graham and Hickman. Hickman says, hey, I'll let you have it. So B.J. Robinson continues to lead after the restart here over the 22 of Robert Graham. Hickman still 3rd, Darlin 4th. Winding the laps down in this main event for the Pro Mods, as Robinson has a half a straightaway lead now. Off of 4. This time it'll be 2 laps to go for B.J. Robinson. Time through turns 3 and 4 for the Sunoco Race Fuels Billy's 8001, B.J. Robinson to victory lane. Hey, great run tonight for this guy in the competition automotive Hitman Designs, 22 for the Marshall Texan, Robert Graham. Just came up one spot short. His first ever Pro Mod victory. Getting ready to climb out. Like I said, face some adversity tonight, leading the heat race, lost the car. Give it up for him, Boothill Speedway, for our B.J. Robinson. Well, your reigning super late model champion, B.J. Robinson in victory lane. Got the kids down here to celebrate. Well, I was going to tell the race fans, I'd ask you, how did this deal come about? Dad call you midweek, say, hey, come drive this hot rod, and how did this come about?
Yeah, we tried this one time last year, and I broke the motor. So then he, about Wednesday or something, he asked if I had anything going, if I wanted to come out and drive it. So we didn't have anything else going. Still a couple more weeks before we get started with the late model stuff.
What happened in the heat race earlier tonight?
A bracket on the rear end broke that holds the suspension underneath there. It tore up all kind of stuff.
You felt like if you keep the car underneath you, you'd have a chance to come back up. I mean, quite a few cautions there, too, that played to your favor, but you were picking them off 2 and 3 at a time early in the going before we had quite a few cautions there in the late going of this one.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. Just try to stay out of the wrecks and keep it all in one piece. Try not to break.
The 22 at Graham was running a pretty smooth race out front, and where you were, you may not be able to get him there. He bobbled one time through 3 and 4, and I said, man, that's just only one mistake will cost you there with B.J. Robinson nipping at your heels. Do you feel like he was going to open up the door for you eventually?
Yeah, I kept just waiting for him to mess up, but he drove a good race. I didn't think I was going to be able to get by him.
I said it was cool, to see you back, maybe piloting one of Dad's cars. I was kind of going throwback. You remember the old Bobby Johnson trailer, pulling in here back in the early 2000s and the late 90s. But good to see you and Dad kind of team back up together, having some fun, man. That's what it's all about.
That's right. Thanks for everybody coming out and sticking out in the cold weather.
You heard it, folks. Your Winter Nationals winner here at Boothill on opening night, B.J. Robinson, the reigning Southern United Professional Racing Series late model champion. Your 4-cylinder main event is underway. Brittany Shireen, your race leader, off the exit of turn number 2 in this 10-lap main event. Make it a lot more interesting than the heat race was. Brittany's being pressured here, the reigning Louisiana State Dirt Track champ, Brittany Shireen, in the Triple X. If you're looking to get into dirt track racing, the most affordable, economical way to get into this sport, I guess this is your 21st century style of mini stocks, if you will. Front wheel drive, 4 cylinders. You can get one of these cars for less than $1,000. Several winners I interviewed a year ago have around $750 to $1,000 max in these cars. You can get out here and have a lot of fun if you have aspirations to get out there and maybe move up and race a limited or a mod or a factory stock some days. It's a great learning tool to get out there and get some laps on the racetrack. Good to see you, man. As we have a heck of a battle for the race lead. Hey, only 2 of them showed up, but they're putting on a great race. That's 5 in, 5 laps to go. And Eric is hell-bent on not letting a woman beat him in the main event. She got him in the heat race. But Brittany's doing a fine job out front tonight. Trying to win back-to-back events here at Boothill Speedway, dating back to that Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship victory here in September. And she'll have bragging rights over Sean all weekend long. Down the back straightaway, they're door-to-door for the race lead. Strain's going to use the low side of the racetrack through 3 and 4. 4 cylinders trying to put on a show, folks. Hey, you got to get it up to them. There's only 2 of them, and they're doing the best they can to put on a race, and they're doing that. I'm amazed how hard they drive those cars into the corner. Another door for the race lead down the back straightaway. Eric Strange to the inside of Brittany Shireen. She's going to have nothing of it and drive it in deep into 3 and 4. About ended up in downtown Shreveport there. With 2 to go. Setting up for a photo finish. Shreen going to roll right through the center part of the Boothill Speedway, Strange to the inside. Strange has the advantage now off the exit of turn number 2. Brittany crosses underneath. And she'll drive it in deep into turn number 3. Once again, the white flag going out this time by Shreen and Strange are going at it. One of the best battles for the lead we've had all night. The final time for Brittany to go in there and just drive it in as deep as she can. And going to come up a little bit short. Eric Strange going to win the war tonight. Brittany lost the battle, but an outstanding performance for her. For your factory stock main event tonight, presented by Ingalls Racing Performance, ABC Auto Parts, and R&R Timber, Marshall Mobile Homes on the pole. From Pineville, Louisiana, piloting the 3. Top 5 and passing points here out of 100 cars of the first 2 King of the Hill factory stock events. It'll be Pineville, Louisiana's Rodney Howell on the pole. Outside, the son of Jody Prince, he gets it honest. At Cibolo, Louisiana, driving the J&J Motorsports 11R, Rance Prince in the Laser Race Car chassis. Inside of row number 2, driving the DuPont Racing Shots C7. Out of Calhoun, Louisiana, it'll be Vic Case. Outside of Vic Case, father and son starting on each other's bumper tonight. It'll be the J&J Motorsports Laser Race Car. Number 10 of Jody Prince. Jody Prince outside of row number 2 on his son's back bumper. It's inside of row number 3. It'll be the driver of the Burton Oil and Gas Pitman Design 7A out of Vivian, Louisiana, Andrew Hartsoe Jr. Outside of Andrew, came from 8th to 2nd earlier in his heat race performance, driving the Foxworth Welding F1 Racing Powered Crude Off race car number 0 to be young gun Bubba McEachern. From Houghton, Louisiana tonight, the driver of car number 25 is Steve Turnage. Steve Turnage with the best heat race performance he's had in his young racing career here at Boot Hill tonight in car number 25. Outside of Steve Turnage tonight, it'll be Austin Smooth Waters in the Architect Spay and Neuter Clinic Best in Your Powered Outlaw chassis. 5th row to the inside will be the car number 66 of Jacob Wilburn. Outside of Jacob Wilburn tonight, it'll be the 68M of the Fast Kunas, James Martin. Sorry, that's Joshua Martin in the 88M. James Martin will be inside the next row, the Fast Kunas in 68 out of Wascom, Texas. Outside is the Argyle Texan in the BMF chassis, Redbone Bodies, number 7 of Ricky Sessions from Argyle, Texas. The 6-time Cajun Classic champion. Going to start inside of the 7th row, starting 13th tonight. It'll be Justin Whitehead from Hooks, Texas. Outside, the winningest factory stock driver here a year ago in the 5-time Architect track champ, Doug Vick Jr. in 4. Cody Tupper, Bo Perry, Kerry Eason. The lights are out. We go green here at Boot Hill for 20 circuits for $1,000. And they're already 3 wide down the front straightaway there with McEachern, the 25 of Turnage, and the 32A of Smooth Waters. Off a 2, down the back straightaway. Rodney Howell with the race lead. Look out down the back straightaway. Case looks like he may have broken, has some problems there. He got disposed of by several cars. We get in 1 lap unscathed as father getting around son, Jody Prince getting around Rance. Rance gave him a little bit of a shot in the shorts there. Hey, Dad, how you doing? This should be a lot of fun tonight. Jody Prince is digging on the bottom side of the Boot Hill Speedway. Rodney Howell holding on to a pretty wheel as lead the first 2 circuits here in this factory stock main event. He goes to the outside, opens the door. Jody Prince going to take over the race lead down the back straightaway. Howell. That was a textbook pass right there for Jody Prince. Off of 4, Prince with the race lead in 10P. Jody Prince trying to win a factory stock main event here at Boot Hill for the first time in his career. Off the exit of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. We got cars crossed up all over the place down the front chute. Justin Whitehead, folks, is battling right now to the inside of his fellow Texarkana area team. These guys work out of the same shop. Whitehead and Smooth Waters are door-to-door here at the Flagstaff. We're door-to-door for the race lead. Pineville, Louisiana, back to the top spot with the former Rodney Howell in the 3. Howell back to the point. What a race this is so far. Howell led the first 2. Prince led the last 2. And he'll lead lap number 5 tonight with 15 to go. Rodney Howell back to the point in 3. And how about Andrew Hartsoe Jr.? That car is hooked up. He may get his first ever Boothill Speedway victory tonight, but right now, the battle for the race lead is heating up. Into turn number 3, off of 4, Jody Prince is working all over the back of the 3 of Rodney Howell for the top spot. Very impressed with all these racers right now keeping this race going, and Whitehead is all the way up to 5th, folks. If they get a caution, you better look out because he is coming to the front. Whitehead is storming his way to the top spot, or to the front rather, as heavy lap traffic is about to become a reality. Steve Turnage has problems in 25. He may exit the racetrack here in a moment. Not sure, car sounded like it was spinning and sputtering down the front straightaway. As right now, here we go. Lap traffic about to become a major reality. As here comes Howell scooting to the inside of the 25 of Turnage, looking for clearance. He's got it. And that opens up the door right here with Sessions. Looking to bottle up the 3. Did not do so. Prince tried to make a charge, and here comes Hartsoe. Hartsoe got around the 11R of Rance Prince. He's up to 3rd. How about Andrew Hartsoe Jr. tonight? Can't brag or say enough about this young man. Oh, and he's starting to show a little bit of smoke here. Hopefully nothing internal for Andrew, and he can finish and get a good run here. But he has a strong, strong chance to go to victory lane tonight. Oftentimes the driver that is running second through lap traffic has the advantage on the race leader. We'll see how this one pans out with Jody Prince still occupying the 2nd spot behind your race leader into the 3 of Rodney Howell. As we get our first caution of the main event with Montgomery, Louisiana's Mike Lavisphere coming to a halt. We can go caution-free to the end. Everybody always wonders, can he do it? Whitehead starts 5th here on the restart, but he's got some heavy shoes in front of him to get the job done. The lights are out. We're back underway. Oh, and a little bit of contact there on the restart. Hartsoe into the tail tank of the 3 of Rodney Howell. And a good run. Oh, and he lost it right in front of Hartsoe, and a great move by Hartsoe to get on the brakes to avoid him, but it stacks up the field. You have a Walmart in a Target parking lot. Ready to go back green. Who's it going to be tonight, race fans? The lights are back out, and we're back underway. Jody Prince, your race leader in 10P. A good restart by the 7A of Hartsoe, who's being pushed down here in the 1 by the 36J of Whitehead. Hartsoe will go to 2nd, and he's about to knock on the back door for the race lead. He smells it. His first career factory stock win is just a moment away. He did win the Comp Cam Summer Nationals at Arclitech Speedway. He got a big push right there through 3 and 4. And Rance Prince is going to look to sidestep him and go by to 2nd, and he will momentarily. Hartsoe trying to pin him down. Can't get the job done, and Rance got a little loose, and now Hartsoe's going to try to battle back to his outside. Whitehead right here storming to the outside of the 66 of Jacob Wilburn, who's having a good run here at Boot Hill, as well as the 4 of Doug Vick Jr., who've all come out of a B main this afternoon. Oh, that was close. Did they touch? Not sure they touched. Hartsoe in the 11R may have made contact, but I didn't see. So Rance will have to go to the tail. He's the only car stopped and the caution comes out. Unfortunately, it's a part of the sport. The lights are out. Oh my goodness, Andrew. Hartsoe was all over the tail tank of the 10P of Jody Prince there on the restart. Here comes Jacob Wilburn. Jacob Wilburn looking to steal one away here in the Arclitex tonight. Wilburn going to go to the high side through 3 and 4. Oh my goodness, it's tighter than the top string on the Texas Fiddle right now off the exit of turn number 4. Here comes Wilburn trying for the race lead. Down the front straightaway, door into 1 and 2. Here comes Hartsoe back to the inside for 2nd. Doug Vick Jr. and Justin Whitehead into the mix. 5 of the finest factory stock drivers around are going at it here at Boothill Speedway. Jody Prince still your leader at the line in 10P. Wilburn has got it working. Whitehead pushing Hartsoe into 1. So Whitehead re-inherits that 4 spot, but here comes car 4, about to battle back to his inside into turn number 3. Whitehead going to go high slide hustling here into the 3 and 4 to the outside of the 7A of Andrew Hartsoe Jr. Hartsoe pulls up a lane and chops off 36J. Nope, he left the door wide open for the taking into 1. Whitehead's not going to budge off that top side. Whitehead, here he comes, screaming to the front in 36J. Looking for a big run down the back straightaway. Hartsoe gives him the room that he's looking for. He'll scream to 3rd into turn number 3. Wilburn in 66. A big push by Hartsoe. He'll fade to 4th. Whitehead now comfortably in the 3rd spot with his crosshairs dialed on your lead duo. Wilburn knocked onto the back door for the race leader of the Tempe, Jody Prince. Off the exit of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. It's heating up into turn number 3. The laps are winding down quick here. And Wilburn's going to have to make a pass, and here comes Whitehead. Can Whitehead win the B main from dead last tonight, and can he win this main event from 13th? Whitehead to the inside for second down the back straightaway. This is why he is the 6-time Cajun Classic champion. The owner and builder of Outlaw Race Cars with 2 to go. We're 3 different lanes wide for the race lead, and Wilburn leads this lap, and Whitehead to the inside. They split in. They're third for the race lead. 3 wide for the race lead on the final with 2 to go. Oh my. $1,000 hanging in the balance into turn number 3. Whitehead. The meat and the bun through 3 and 4. Prince to the inside. The white flag's coming out, and Justin Whitehead's your race leader. That time he would have won this race by half of a cat's whisker. Into 1 and 2 for the final time. Off the exit of turn number 2, Justin Whitehead takes over the top spot by half of a bumper down the back straightaway into turn number 3 for the final time. Wilburn drives it in deep into 3. Whitehead to the inside, drag racing to the line. Jacob Wilburn gonna win it in 66 tonight in his first start at Boot Hill. Wow. Tonight and showing up and showing out. That was a lot of fun. That was an amazing race, man. What's your hometown? What's your hometown? All the way from Houston, Texas, race fans. His second ever start here at Boothill Speedway. Raced here at the King of the Hill. Getting ready to climb out, just did battle with one of the best factory stock drivers in the business who was closing in quick and in a hurry late in the going. But tonight, going back down to Highlands, Texas in the Houston area. Give it up, folks, for the 66 of Jacob Wilburn. Wow, Jacob. Boy, this car really came alive, but what a race there late in the going with Hartso, Jody Prince, and the 36J of Justin Whitehead. He's the man to beat. What were you thinking there with 1 to go, and you guys are literally door to door there for the race lead?
Man, I knew it was going to come down to who drove in that last corner harder. He drove in pretty hard. I tried to drive in harder. Hopefully it stuck. It stuck. So he's hard to beat. You know, that's why we're going to travel with these guys. We're going to come down here and race with them.
We're love to have you, Jacob. It felt like your car was working really good through 3 and 4 on that top shelf. When I see you sell it off in there in the 3 and 4, I feel like that high side momentum was going to come to your advantage. Did you feel the same as well as you threw it off in there?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I found it a little bit later than I should have, but we found it anyway, so we got it. I really want to thank Holy Moly because this is pretty much the house car for Holy Moly Race Cars. He works on it day in, day out, stays at his shop. I got to thank Best Engines for building the motor. Justin Whitehead builds it too. So, McNorton Drilling, Advanced Steel Solution, Cover Flex, Overnight Laps, Casey and Kelly Horton, AM Fleet. Man, I couldn't do it without none of them guys.
How much does this mean to you to get a win here at Boot Hill, the oldest dirt oval in the state of Louisiana, in that fashion? I mean, you can't beat that. That's going to be a good one to go back and watch on Race on Texas.
Oh yeah, if you can come down here and run with these guys and get a win, you're doing something. We don't want everything in our town, so it's time to do something more. 40 of the best factory stock drivers around. Jacob Wilburn, you are the winner tonight. Congratulations on a hell of a race tonight, man. I certainly enjoyed calling it from my vantage point, man. It had to be fun from yours. Hey, thank y'all.
Absolutely. Give it up for folks all the way from Houston, Texas. Jacob Wilburn, your factory stock winner tonight. He needed it in a big way and also won the factory stock main event that night. Swept 2 races on the final race of the 2016 season and tried to open up in 2017 with a big win. Won his first ever modified race and his first ever mod start back in 2010. The lights are out, we go green. Headed into 1. For the first time, Donnie Powers just lost it right in front of Chris Hennigan. Hennigan gets back on the loud pedal in the 3. Brett Frazier powering to the inside here for the 3rd spot. Tim Boudreau having nothing of it. Sidesteps and goes back to 3rd. Ingles back in 5th. Rollo leads the first 2, or leads the first circuit. Kyle Whitworth has got it rolling on the outside of that 12K. Just went by Hennigan and gave a little tap in the shorts of the 6 of Powers. As you see, Ronald Pilkington still leading the way here with the 90 of Jody Davidson riding in 2nd. 3rd is Tim Boudreau. 4th, Jason Ingles. In 5th, it's Jet Brett Frazier. Frazier going to use the outside line. But Ingles coming up in front, cutting his line off there. These mods, a lot of guys running on the top side, able to get some runs, but Hookington just able to keep the car. Hookington able to keep the car hugged right around the hub right now. Excited about the rest of this 2017 campaign here at the Boothill Speedway. I believe we have some great racing action in store. As this racetrack's going to get better and better week to week. Under the wings of new promoter Ricky Burke Jr. Right now, the best battle on the racetrack is right here for the third spot. It's Ingles and Boudreaux. And right behind them, the 51 of Brett Frazier, driving Richie Thompson's number 51 Mars race car. The car that Micah Thompson's followed to several victories here over the last several seasons. Down the front boulevard we come. Hennigan, some damage on the right rear quarter panel of that number 16 machine. And he'll take over that spot finally from Donnie Powers. Up to the sixth spot is Chris Hennigan. But Ronald Pilkington, the teammate to Hennigan, is getting away up front with a half a straightaway advantage over Jody Davidson. Davidson may need a caution, maybe change his lineup and find something else. But this battle right here for the fourth spot is the best one on the racetrack between Hennigan, a pair of Mars race car chassis, Hennigan to the 51 of Brett Frazier, and the 12 of Ingles, who get a big run to the outside of the Cleveland Texan, Tim Boudreaux, and he's got third at the line. The question is the 90 of Davidson reeling in the 12 of Ingles, and the caution is out. Away here at Boothill. Good restart for your second place car, Jody Davidson. And here comes Ingles, high side hustling. Ingles the third. Back to fourth is Brett Frazier. Boudreaux back to fifth. And Ingles going to go to the high side here through 3 and 4. Pilkington still leads, but here comes Jason. Next time by, it'll be halfway, 10 score, 10 laps to go here at Boothill. And your final race of the night here for the open wheel modifieds. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Ingles is using that outside line. Oh, and Jody Davidson just lost it and goes to the infield a lot like Derek Grigsby did earlier in the limited modified, and he loses wholesale. And here comes Ingles. Jason Ingles, you got a new runner-up competitor here, and he is storming on the outside, going to make it fun and see if that outside line will come to fruition. He is all over the tail tank of Ronald Pilkington for the race lead. And the war rages on between the 51 of the Jet Brett Frazier, who pilots right to the inside of Ingles. And here comes Hennigan. Hennigan all over the tail feather of the 51. Ingles scrapes the wall down the back straightaway, sprays some sparks into the grandstands, down the back chute, down the front straightaway, door to door here for the third spot. Hennigan in the 51. Oh, and Hennigan got chopped off into one, and the caution's going to come out. He's proven to run that outside pretty swiftly as he made that last lap corner pass on Jono to win the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship. We'll see what happens. Ronald Pilkington trying to hold him off. Here we go. Back into turns 1 and 2. How many can Hennigan pick off? Donnie Powers back to the inside of the 7B here for the 4th spot, down the back straightaway in the turn number 3. Look out Whitworth. He got in there hot and heavy on Boudreaux. Pilkington leads another lap on the restart. Into turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Now Brett Frazier has got his number 51 working. Rollo better look out if that 51 starts coming to life. That John McLemore PTS Power is singing a song underneath the hood of that Mars race car number 51, but he's getting crossed up off the exit of turn number 2, and Jason Ingles is trying to go back to second. Great racing here for second. Oh, and Brett Frazier just got up in the marbles, and he's done. Stick a fork in Brett Frazier. Unfortunately, the bad luck biscuit strikes again for the hot Louisiana racer. The bell tolls and the green flag waves. We're back underway. Door to door, 3 wide for second off the exit of turn number 2, headed down the back chute. Ingles in the 12 on the outside. Boudreaux in the 7 off the exit of turn number 4, down the front boulevard, the out. This race is winding down as they're 3 wide still for third. Hennigan into the mix. Chris Hennigan trying to work his way and get inside of the top 3 and come home with a top 3 finish. Boudreaux in the 6 of Powers making some contact here. Hennigan knows he needs to be a little bit smart racing around these guys right now. They've been beating and banging all over each other. Can Jason Ingalls get that outside line, working some momentum to his advantage to see if he can reel these guys in for the top spot? He is pulled to the tail tank here in the 1 and 2, but watch the separation down the back straightaway for the 22 of Pilkington. He puts about 3 car lengths here as we go through 3. This time, it'll be 2 laps to go for the Marshall Texan, Rollo Pilkington. Rollo into 1. Off into 3 for the final time of the white flag. This is it. A big bobble that time by the 22 of Pilkington. But he may have enough of a comfortable advantage to sell it around for one more, and Ingalls just drove that car deep into 1 and 2 for the final time. Down the back straightaway. It's not over yet, folks. Into 3 for the final time. Ingalls is going to go high side hustling. Look out. Here comes Ingalls using that high side momentum to his advantage, but your winner tonight, wow, is much closer than I thought, goes to Ronald Rollo Pilkington from Marshall, Texas, your opening night open wheel modified winner here at Boothill in 2017. For everybody that's left in the house when this Marshall, Texas racer gets ready to climb out of his car, we'll get a word with him. Rollo, when you get out, meet me over here by the car for the race on Texas camera. Once again, getting ready to climb out, driving the CNC Oilfield Services, J&J Motorsports, Rollo's Lubin Auto, Hennigan Motorsports. Number 22, it's Ronald Rollo Pilkington from Marshall, Texas. Have a word with me, Rollo. Well, we ended 2016 having a conversation 2 times over at Lone Star. You picked up 2 wins to finish the 2016 season. Feel like any of that momentum you ended with last year got you rolling into this season hot? Although you did win in Chris's car that night over at Lone Star. Had to feel pretty good, though, coming in here tonight after the heat race performance.
Yeah. Zach, Chris sets both of them up, so yeah. I just get lucky and drive them. Last year was a lot of momentum to go off of and keep going this year.
What did you learn about the car tonight? Did you make any changes after the heat race, as good as it was though earlier, or did you do anything to it at all?
Yeah, I seen it was getting a little bit slicker down here in 1 and 2, and so some of them guys always say rock it up a little bit, so I rocked it up. I tried it.
Did you feel Jason Ingalls there on the outside there with a few to go?
I could hear him, most definitely. I could hear somebody. I didn't know who it was.
A few guys got in there, tried to make something of it a few times, but I just think you had the car to beat, man. The car was just hooked up right around the hub tonight. I'm sure you got to be pretty thrilled to open up the season with a big win here tonight.
Oh, it feels good, Zach. We went all last year, all the way to the end, and won 2 at the end, and then, getting one right here at the beginning, it sure feels real good.
You won your first ever modified start in 2011 on that Dirtworks car on the opening night, so maybe it's a good omen for great things to come. You had a great 2011 season, so maybe this is just a great omen to get a great start to 2017 and beyond.
I hope so. I want to thank a few people. Thank Crow for helping me so much on it. Chris Hennigan helped me a lot. Chris Brown for the shocks. Rick Sears for making my motor go good. And just everybody else that contributes. All my buddies that come out here and watch. All the fans that come out here and watch. And my 2 lady friends up there, right up there, and they come out here all the time and watch, and I just appreciate everybody sticking out through the code.
Absolutely. Hell of a run tonight, Rollo. Always fun watching you race, man. Congratulations to you.
Thank you very much, Zach.
It's Ronald Rollo Pilkington from Marshall, Texas in victory lane in your final race of the night for the Open Wheel Modifieds.